Welcome to Audit Archive, where we run you through some of the most questionable and rather atrocious police encounters. Today, we're looking at two different cases where law enforcement officers abuse their authority by harassing an innocent man, and even causing the unfortunate death of an individual. Kicking things off, on April 14, 2020, the Glasgow Police Department received a 911 call from a complainant who stated that a man had unlawfully entered a home on Cleveland Avenue in Glasgow. Dispatchers quickly relayed this information over to police officers out on patrol duty, and they promptly responded to the given address soon after. The entire ordeal was captured on body cam, including the initial moments when officers were locating the accused man.
As earlier. Yeah, 1120, you need to get the DJ, that's 10-4, myself is 33, both in rail.
21 Glasgow, 1097.
10-4-21.
That's a negative on a 1097.
It's a brick house almost directly across from Springdale Drive.
I'm out with it. It's the house right on the corner.
Now a quick pointer for some context. We can see and hear several units responding to the location trying to locate the man. There's a justified reason for that. The officers were essentially responding to a burglary call, which told them that there was a potential threat to the safety and security of the occupants of the home. Burglaries are considered serious offenses, and law enforcement officers are trained to prioritize the protection of the public in such situations. This explains the rush and why several units were scouring the location at the same time. Anyway, all seems to be okay so far, nothing wrong or unusual just yet. But this quickly changes after the officers finally locate the suspect and step out to make contact with them. Watch closely.
Come here. I'm not gonna hurt you. Come here. All right, come here. Nobody's gonna hurt you. Come here.
Don't let nobody do anything to me, please.
Nothing.
Please, man, don't.
All right, put your shoes on. Put your shoes on.
I don't have nothing on me. Please don't hurt me, man.
You got any weapons on you?
No, sir. I got a knife in my pocket. It's nothing. It's got a.
All right, don't pull it out.
Please don't hurt me. Please don't do it.
Nobody's gonna hurt you.
Do anything
What's
bad
your
to me.
name?
My name's Sherman Moore.
All right, what's going on? Don't put your hands in your
I'm
pocket.
sorry. I ain't doing nothing wrong. I ain't doing nothing like that. People try out to get me. I'm not high. I'm none of those things. Fucking, I left my house and stuff. I'm supposed to be going to my girlfriend's. Please don't let them kill me, man. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please
Nobody's
don't.
gonna hurt you, dude. You see anybody hurting you?
It should be the house right next to the old
Please don't. I know that they're gonna fucking do something bad to me, man.
All right.
I really do got people.
Are you on
after me.
medication?
No.
Who's hurting you?
Fucking, I got some people after me and stuff, man. I'm not hallucinating. I'm not none of those things. Just don't let nobody do nothing to me, man.
Oh,
Please.
just go ahead and sit right there on my bumper.
Please don't do nothing to me on the bumper. I really
Nobody's gonna hurt
where
you.
people can see me, man. Please.
Nobody's gonna hurt you. Go ahead and sit on my bumper.
Please
for
don't
me.
make me sit on your bumper, please.
Why not?
Because, man, I'm telling you, to follow me. I'm not high. I'm not.
You got two officers right here. Nobody's gonna hurt you. I want you to stand over
I
here.
don't trust anybody, man.
Okay.
Please, sir, don't do this to me. I don't want to be hurt.
Okay, just stay right here. You said you had a knife on you?
Yes, sir. I don't want nothing to happen to me, man. He's got a hold of my jacket. He's got a hold of my jacket, man. Man, don't do nothing to me, please.
Calm down.
Don't do anything to me, y'all. Please don't do anything to me, y'all. I don't deserve this, man. I don't deserve this, man. I didn't on the hood. Yes, sir. Please don't do me like this.
30, y'all 10-12.
Please don't do this to me. I don't deserve this, man. I don't deserve it. Please don't do it. Please don't. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. Please don't let him kill me, man. I please don't do this to me, please.
As seen in the footage, when officers approached the suspect, 35-year-old Jeremy Marr, he immediately asked them not to hurt him, which was quite unusual as he was overly paranoid, but quickly explained that there were people out for him and his life was basically in danger. Nevertheless, Mr. Marr was actually quite compliant. He answered all questions and gave up his name too. In fact, he even let the officers know he had a knife on him. Judging by this, sure, the situation is rather unusual, but there's nothing that would be worrying to the officers. If anything, Mr. Marr didn't seem like a threat at all. He just appeared weirdly paranoid. But regardless of that, it's worth noting that the officers were still justified in detaining him. As per Kentucky law, it stated that an officer or deputy who is aware of facts and circumstances that would lead a reasonable police officer or deputy to conclude that criminal activity is afoot may stop a person using reasonable force short of deadly force and detain the person for a reasonable amount of time to investigate further. In this case, Mr. Marr was indeed suspected of burglary, which allowed the officers to temporarily detain him for investigation. And when it comes to searching him during detention, it's made clear that an officer or deputy may only frisk those individuals for whom the officer or deputy has reasonable suspicion to believe is armed with a weapon. So because Mr. Marr mentioned that he had a knife, which is considered a weapon, the officers were yet again justified in frisking him. Anyway, this is where it all goes wrong. Let's see what happened.
Man, you're too squirrely here, man. You're freaking us out a little bit.
Guys, yeah, I'll tell you, man, I've had people take me. Please don't do this to me, guys. Don't do this to me, please. I don't deserve any of this.
Pulling away.
I don't deserve any of this. Please, y'all. Yeah, no, please, man, don't kill me, y'all. Don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
Really go around.
I'm sorry, y'all. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Please, y'all, I don't deserve it. I will stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. Don't stop me.
Get on your stomach.
Don't listen to me, please.
Get on your stomach.
Please don't kill me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please. I don't want to die. 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 Please don't do it. Please. 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 Please don't.
Taser. Done.
Please don't.
Stop moving. Put your hands on your back.
Please don't hit me.
Hands on your back.
Okay. Put your hands.
Put your hands on your back. You're gonna get it again.
Put your hands behind your back. Give me a good breathe. Ow! Ow!
Hands on your back.
Y'all don't kill me. Y'all don't kill me. Y'all don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
Gonna do it again. Better stop.
Put your hands on your back. Okay. Do it. Okay.
All right.
Please don't.
Hands on your back. Stop moving around.
No, please don't.
I got it. Hold your hand down there.
Please don't. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it.
Just save him.
Please don't do it.
All right. Taser, taser, taser. Put your hand down back.
Put your hand behind your back.
We're fighting him.
Dispatch copy. 2220, y'all copy?
Now, what happened was that Mr. Marr started pulling away during the detention, and that's when a struggle occurred between him and the officers. Mr. Marr was eventually taken to the ground. But this is where things got a little ridiculous. Note that there were 3 officers, all full-grown men, trying to restrain a suspect and failing to do so. The footage showed that at least 2 officers were on Mr. Marr trying to place him in handcuffs, but soon gave up. That's when one of the officers decided to pull out his taser and ended up electrocuting Mr. Marr at least 11 times, over and over again. Meanwhile, another officer was seen throwing at least 5 knee strikes to the hip and upper leg area. It's evident that Mr. Marr had weakened after getting tased, but the officer continued deploying his taser just for the heck of it. And to make things worse, one portion of the footage showed an officer sitting on Mr. Marr's back and simultaneously ordering him to place his hands behind his back. This was obviously physically impossible for him to do anyway. The official taser policy published by the American Civil Liberties Union outlines that the taser is a use of force and is to be used only when necessary to overcome resistance while effecting an arrest, preventing an escape, in self-defense, or in defense of another person from physical harm, and in accordance with this department's use of force policy. Another document states that officers should carefully consider and balance the totality of circumstances available prior to using the taser. One may argue that Mr. Marr was resisting and the officers had the right to deploy their tasers. That would be true, but let's not forget that the use of force eventually gets excessive and unreasonable, such as in this case. Excessive force is when a police officer uses more force than is reasonably necessary. The Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution, as well as police department policies, protect citizens from excessive force by police.
Hands on your back. Can you move back, bro? Put your hands on your back, you're gonna get zapped again.
Okay.
Move them now.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay.
I hear okay, but you're not moving.
Put your hands behind your back.
Watch the prong.
Put it back here.
21, y'all still okay?
Still fighting them.
22, I'll see. 22.
You want me
Your
to
hands behind your back.
go ahead and pull his hand behind the back? I got one cuff on that hand.
Put it back here.
Secure it. There's some shackles in the back of my car. Can you get those? There's some shackles in the back of my car. They're hanging.
Back up. I got your shoulder. You're tasing the shit out of me.
Did that zap you one time?
Yeah, you got me good.
They're hanging on the hook right there.
After being tased several more times, the body cam footage cuts off, but reports give us a picture of what happened next. Following the struggle, officers observed that Marr had shallow breathing. Officers began to render CPR and Narcan before the ambulance arrived, records state. One of the officers said Marr's breathing returned back to normal. Marr was transported to T.J. Sampson Hospital, where he was pronounced dead upon arrival. Meanwhile, Marr's widow, Joanna Marr, filed a lawsuit on behalf of Marr's estate against the city of Glasgow, the Glasgow Police Department, and 3 police officers. The lawsuit alleges that Marr was forcibly subdued by Glasgow police officers Guy Turcotte, Hayden Phillips, and Sergeant Cameron Morrell, adding that the physical force used during the arrest resulted in Marr's death. No updates have been made as of the date of this recording, and it appears that the lawsuit is still active. Next, we have an incident from August 21st, 2020, when a black business owner named Yema Khalif received a large shipment of merchandise at his boutique. It was around 1 a.m. at the time when he was with his partners restocking the store to prepare for the weekend. A patrol officer with the Tiburon Police Department knocked on the door and began questioning them for no apparent reason. The ordeal escalated from there.
It's 7-1, it's going to be 3-2 BMAs. Hey guys. I've never seen you open this late.
Yeah.
Are you just restocking?
No, just doing our thing.
Just doing your thing? What's your thing?
What's up?
Well, I've never seen anyone in the store this
Is there
late.
a problem?
Okay, Brittany.
No, just chill, Is that a problem?
No, sir, there's no problem. I'm just I've never seen anyone in the store this late. I wanted to come check in, make sure
There's
everything's
no
okay.
problem going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you guys restocking the store, or
There's no problem going on.
why are you here so late?
It does not matter.
It does matter.
To who?
To me.
Why?
Because the store's never open this late.
Is it your store?
No.
And then what? If it's not your store, what's the problem?
I'm making sure that everyone is okay
There's
down
no
here.
problem going on. So if you have a problem, you let me know right now if there's a problem.
I just want to know why you guys are here so late.
It does not matter.
It does matter to me.
It does not matter to me. So
does.
if you have a problem, you tell me right now if you have a problem.
I don't have a problem, sir. I just want to know why you guys are here so late.
It does not matter. That's what I'm telling
It
you.
does to me. Can you take a hand in your pocket, please?
It does not matter to me.
Okay. Why are you guys here so late?
It does not matter to me.
I don't care, sir.
If you have a problem, call your chief of police, call whoever you want to call.
My supervisor's already on his way.
Yeah, call him. Tell him to come talk
He's
to me.
coming. Or one of you own the store?
Huh?
Do one of you own the store?
It does not matter. I'm not going to answer your question. If you have a problem, you tell me you have a problem.
I have a problem with you guys being here so late and you not telling me why.
Is it your store?
No.
So you call your supervisor, tell him to come here.
He's already on his way.
Okay, so when he's here, knock the door, tell me he's here. Is that okay?
Okay. Can you just tell me why you guys are here?
It does
I'll let
not
you
matter.
go.
Call your supervisor, tell him to come here, and then...
Do one of you two own the store
no,
or have any reason
do
to
not
be here?
talk to anybody else. Talk to me. You're talking to me right now.
No, I'm talking to all three of you. 'cause all
You're
three
talking
of you are
to
in the
me,
store.
sir. Okay? You're talking to me. Call your supervisor, let him come here.
He's already on his way.
Okay, so when he's here, you let me know.
No, why don't you come out here for me?
No, I'm not gonna. Do you have a problem with me?
I have a problem with you three being in the store right
Is
now
this
and
your
not
store?
telling me
That's why I'm
why.
asking you.
This town is my duty to protect.
This is I live here. Do not tell me
Okay,
about whatever.
that's fine.
Okay.
Where do you live?
I do not. I'm not gonna answer your question. When your supervisor is here, you tell him to come talk to me.
Okay, he's already on his way. Can
Okay.
I tell him who
so
you are?
so I do not have to talk to you.
You do have to talk
No,
to me.
I do not have to talk
Yes,
to
you
you.
do. Because it's 1 o'clock in the
About
morning
what?
and you're inside of a store and you can't tell me why.
It does not matter.
I would have done the same thing if you were over there at the candy store or wherever.
Dude,
Can you tell me
you're
who
not
you
getting-
are?
I'm not gonna tell you who I am.
Why?
Because I'm not going to.
Why?
Because I'm not going to. Who are you? You
My
tell
name
me
is
who you
Isaac.
are. Isaac, and then
Yes.
what's your problem?
My problem is there's 3 people in a store at 1 o'clock in the morning. and you
Because
can't tell me why.
there's 3 people in the store. What's the problem with 3 people being in a store?
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, sir.
And what's the problem with that?
People aren't usually in stores at 1 in the morning.
And what's the problem with that?
Because you can't tell me why you're...
So your supervisor's gonna come tell me what the problem
Let
is.
me put it this way, sir.
Yes.
If I was walking around that store at 1 o'clock in the morning, not in this, would you think it's odd? Would you think that was odd?
If you are doing what?
If I was in a store at 1
Now I'll
o'clock
be
in the
minding my
morning...
business.
Huh?
I'll be minding my business.
I would think that's a little strange.
I'll be minding my business.
So, here we have Mr. Coliff very reluctant to answer any of the officer's questions. Plus, he thought that the officer should simply mind his own business and quit harassing him. Despite that, the officer continued asking for Mr. Coliff's details and straightforwardly mentioned that he had an issue with Mr. Coliff being at his store so late. Firstly, we've already discussed how officers need reasonable suspicion to detain, question, or search someone. In this case, it was very obvious that the 3 people at the store were simply restocking, and the officer definitely knew that too because the first question he asked was whether Mr. Coliff was restocking the store. So reasonable suspicion certainly wasn't a thing for this encounter. So since Mr. Coliff was not detained, it meant that he rightfully chose not to speak to the officer. You have the constitutional right to remain silent. In general, you do not have to talk to law enforcement officers or anyone else, even if you do not feel free to walk away from the officer. At this point, the encounter was turning into harassment instead of a welfare check, so to speak.
I'll be minding my business.
My business, sir, is to look at the property down here, and if there's something that stands out to me... I
So
have to-
what stands out to you? Like there's 3 black people in a store?
There's 3
So
people.
you're gonna no.
Sir, you could be black, white, Hispanic.
No.
Absolutely, sir.
There's gonna be 3 black people in the store. You're gonna come around and try to
I don't want to argue. I just want you to tell me why you're here.
Huh?
I just want you to tell me why you're here.
I'm not gonna tell. I'm not answerable to you.
Do you guys
I
have
don't
keys
to
to
tell
the
you.
building?
I don't have to tell you.
You do.
I do not.
Absolutely, you do.
I do not have to tell you.
Until you can give me a lawful reason why you're here.
I'm not gonna tell you anything. You're gonna bring your supervisor. You bring your supervisor.
He's coming right now. He's right here.
Okay. You tell him to come talk to me.
He's on his way.
Okay. Where's your supervisor?
He's right there.
Okay. Tell him to come then.
Okay.
Yeah. Supervisor, how are you doing?
Hi, how are you,
You
sir?
came 3 of you guys. What's going on? What's the problem? There's 3 black people in the store. What's the problem with that?
So it's 1 o'clock in the morning. There's 3 people in the store.
There's
they want
3
to
black
tell me
people
why
in the
they're-
store, 3 o'clock in the morning. What's the problem?
There's 3 people.
There's
at
3
the
black
store.
people in the store. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. What's the problem?
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and
Yes.
we never have any activity at the store at that time.
Okay.
Is this your store?
So what's the problem with having 3 black people in the store?
You keep emphasizing black people. That's not.
Yes,
what this is.
yeah. You cannot tell me you don't see that. You see that 3 black people in the store. What's the problem with that?
I see 3 people in the
I see
store
black
at
people
1
in the
o'clock
store.
in the morning.
I see
1
black-
o'clock in the morning. This
Okay.
street's closed up at 9 o'clock at night. There's
Okay.
nobody here.
Okay, so what's the problem?
That's the problem.
Okay.
This street closes at 9 o'clock at night, and there's
Okay.
never anybody in here.
Okay.
This isn't regular business hours. There's no
Okay.
customers in there.
Okay.
Is it your store? That's all we want to know.
Like, you want to know why?
I want to know what you're doing in the store at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, if I tell you it's my store, then what?
Then show me that it's your store. and
I
I'm
do
outta
not
here.
have to show you nothing. If I tell you it's my store, then what?
We're just
I do
trying
not
make
have to prove anything to you.
Is this
if
your
I tell
store?
you if it's my store, then what?
Aren't you glad we're looking out for your store?
I am glad you're looking out for my store, but if I
Okay.
tell you it's my store, then what?
Then you should be grateful that we're being as diligent as we are to look out for the street. That's all we do.
Okay, it's my store.
Okay.
Okay?
Did you identify yourself?
I do
to
not
the
have to
officer?
identify myself to anybody. It's my store. Okay, then what? Yeah, exactly. So it's my store. So what?
Can you prove that it's your
I
store?
do not have to prove anything to
Actually,
you.
you do.
Sir. No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. To who and to why?
Oh my God!
I do not have
Yes,
to prove
you
my
do have to
existence to
prove
you.
who you are.
I do not have to prove my
You
existence
are
to
in
you.
a store
Yes.
after hours when the
Yes.
stores are closed
Okay.
on this street all night.
Okay.
This store, this last store that closes is Sam's Anchor Cafe right over there, and
Okay.
it closes at 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
There's 3 people in the store in the middle of the.
Okay.
Excuse me, I'll put this on now.
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
There's 3 people in the store in the middle of the night. We are
Okay.
doing what we're supposed to do. We're looking out for our community.
Okay.
That's all we're doing.
Okay.
That's it.
You're looking out for my community. That's
Yes.
what you mean to say.
If this is your store, you're part
No,
of
no,
our
no, if
community.
this is my store, I've already told you it's my store. Don't use the word if.
Okay.
I've told you it's my store.
Okay, then we're looking out
So
for
don't
your
use the word
community.
if. Okay.
Clearly, the officers knew that they would get nowhere with their malicious tactics of extracting information and harassing Mr. Khalif, who had virtually done nothing wrong. It's not illegal to keep your store open at night, which means that nobody has the right to question you or make you prove that it's your store. Now, sure, the officers have a point when they say that they were looking out for the community, but that ended as soon as the first officer made contact with Mr. Khalif because it was obvious that nothing illegal or suspicious was going on in the store. If the officer had reasonable suspicion, it was gone seconds after approaching the store. Pay attention to the supervisor's tone as the situation further escalates.
Do you want us to look out for your community,
do
or
want
do you
you
want
to-
us to let anybody just walk in here at 2 o'clock in the morning and steal all your stuff?
I want you to look out for my
You
community.
sure?
Yeah,
Because
of
you don't
course.
sound like you're very grateful.
No,
You
no, no.
sound like you're very defensive.
No, I do not sound this defensive.
Really?
Hey,
Come on now.
calm
You're
down.
being very defensive.
No, calm down.
My officer is
Calm
doing
down.
his job.
Your officer's not doing his job.
Yes, he
Your
is.
Yeah, listen.
Yes, he is.
Listen.
He is doing his job.
Hey.
He is
do not-
following the policy of the chief of police at Tiburon PD and keeping his eye on Main Street, which is our jurisdiction.
Yes, and I'm telling you.
Okay.
You're telling me what you're telling me.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, I do not have to prove my existence to you. I do not
It's
have
not
to.
your existence.
Yeah,
but you're in a
calm
location
down.
that you're not. You're
You
in
said
a
your
location
piece.
that we have never seen
said
you at
your
before.
piece. You said your piece. It does not matter where I'm at before. I do not have to prove to you that where I go, that right here,
Where
I
are
have
you
to
getting
prove.
this information that you don't have to prove that you
Listen, you're not listening to me.
are? Because you're not making sense.
Just because I am making
No,
sense.
you're not making sense.
Because you have not never seen me here before, I do not have to prove to you that I have to be here. That's what I'm saying.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, ask
This
me.
is your store.
Yes.
So the next time
Yes.
I come here, and there's
Yes.
3 totally different people here.
Yes.
I don't care what color they are.
Okay.
3 people in your store at 2 o'clock in the morning. You want us to walk by and not do anything? Because
Now
we can.
You've seen me.
We can do that.
You've seen me.
But it could be 3 of your employees.
You've seen me, right?
Man, that's exactly what I did. I knocked and asked if you guys were
Yeah,
owner
but the alarm
restocking.
go
Or,
off though.
What
I didn't know you had an alarm system, sir. I just got here.
Sir, we're
just
supposed to
drove
look
by.
out for this neighborhood.
There's a
That's what
sign
we do.
here that says Red Room Security.
Those are a dime a dozen, and half of those aren't even half of those don't have active alarms with them.
Okay, all right. So I want to wrap up this conversation. We're wasting time. So what's going on? What's up? What's the next step?
Prove
Can
to
you
us
just-
that you have keys
How
or
is my store?
communicate.
Okay, wait.
There you go. That's a perfect thing.
I just asked
I
for
don't
that.
know. Okay.
You know what?
Look,
Put the
wait.
key in the door, and we're out of here.
Put the key in the door.
Put the key in the door.
I asked you
If
if you
this
had
is your
keys.
store, you have the
Not
key to the
even if
door.
I'm telling you.
There you go.
Stand back, please.
There you
Do
go.
not raise your voice at me.
Put
okay?
the key in the door,
Don't
we're
raise
outta
your
here.
voice at me. Just chill. I'm gonna put my key in the door.
That's his store.
What's that?
That's his store.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
very
sir.
much. That's all I needed to know.
Dude knows me.
Thank you. See ya.
Thank you for your time.
Can you put the key in the door for me, sir?
Huh?
Can you put the key in the door, please?
I'm not gonna put the key in the door. He already told
Your
you.
chief of police
Chief of
said
police is walking
that's
away.
done.
That's your supervisor.
Okay,
He said you walk away. Walk
We're
away.
good. He said it's his store. That's good enough for me. Next time, just walk.
And just like that, the officers had to take their walk of shame after failing to harass an innocent black man who obviously wasn't doing anything illegal. The fact that the officers stood around for such a long time trying to argue with Mr. Khalif simply exclaimed that they were harassing him instead of watching out for him. Following the incident, Mr. Khalif uploaded about 6 minutes of cell phone footage of the encounter, and it sparked widespread outrage within the community and prompted town officials to order an independent investigation into the officers' conduct. Tiburon Mayor Alice Fredericks called their behavior unacceptable and issued a public apology, and she and Belvedere's mayor each apologized personally to Khalif and Awash. Be sure to check out our previous video where we cover another outrageous police encounter.